Oh, good evening, Anil. So you are going for ONGC PSU, right?
Yes, sir.
And you wanted which subject? Mass transfer.
Mass transfer, sir.
Okay, so shall we start the process?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Anil, my first question to you: what is mass transfer?
Sir, mass transfer, the transfer of mass or species the transfer of mass from higher concentration to lower concentration, or transfer of mass from one point to another point in a phase, or from one phase to another phase in a different phase.
Okay. Okay. So anything else?
And sir, the mass transfer occurred due to mainly the driving force for mass transfer is the concentration gradient, and there are many other driving forces also, pressure difference or mole fraction difference between 2 points or between two phases.
Okay. Suppose there is a container, and in that container, similar kind of spaces are there. So is it possible that the mass transfer will occur inside that container?
No, sir. Mass transfer will not occur, sir.
Why?
If there is no concentration gradient, then there is no mass transfer will occur.
Okay. Okay. So give me one example of mass transfer from gas to liquid.
From gas to liquid, like absorption of some gases on the liquid surface, and like for liquid to gas, this is like evaporation of water, or for gas to liquid, it is like some absorption of some gases on. Now I forget that an example, but like absorption of gas in the liquid.
Okay, no problem. Okay, tell me what is distillation?
The distillation is a separation process in which more volatile component is separated from lower volatile component by partial vaporization and condensation with the help of reboiler and condenser.
Okay. Okay, what is McCabe method?
Sir. Tells us about the number of ideal stages required for desired separation.
Required for desired separation. Okay. And
McCabe assumptions like there is instable heat transfer, and for every mole of condensation of vapor, each mole of liquid is vaporized.
okay.
And on the tray, liquid is at its boiling point and vapor at its dew point. So there is only latent heat. There is no sensible heat transfer.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, there is one assumptions in McCabe method, that is a constant molar overflow.
Yes, sir. Constant molar overflow. Yes, sir.
So what are the assumptions for this assumption? How can you assume that there is a constant molar overflow?
For constant molar overflow, there is three assumptions. One is that there is no heat of mixing.
Okay.
Second is that for each mole of vaporization of the liquid, one mole of vapor is condensed. And third is the no heat of mixing.
Okay. 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 Tell me, Anil, what is reflux ratio?
Reflux ratio.
Yes, yes.
The reflux ratio is the liquid that return back to the distillation column to the product that you don't from the top of the distillation column. It is defined as L upon D. L is the liquid that is returned back to the distillation column, and D is the product that is taken withdrawn from the top of the distillation column.
Okay. So at what value of R you can say that the R value is high or low?
Sir?
On which factor the reflux ratio depends actually? So how much R is high and how much R is low? How can you define that?
Sir, it will depends on the optimum cost or total cost. So we will make the optimum reflex ratio. Neither much lower reflex ratio nor much higher reflex ratio. because as we increases the reflux ratio, then the condenser and revolver duty increases, and the condenser and revolver size also increases. And as we decreases the reflux ratio, like we decreases to the minimum, then the size of the distillation column will increases. So the construction cost is higher for that. So we will make use optimal reflux ratio, sir.
Okay. So what will happen if R value is very high?
R will be very high, then we need, there is much more load on the condenser, so we need bigger size of condenser. And second is that we need the like more load on the revolver, so more the size of the revolver size, or more like heat duty for revolver we needed, and the size of the column will also increases. But number of tray will decreases. Number of tray means height of the column decreases, but the size diameter of the column will increases.
Okay. Okay. What is weeping?
Weeping. Sir, when the vapor pressure is, vapor flow rate is very like, when the vapor flow rate is low, then the vapor pressure is insufficient to keep the liquid hold up on the trays. So liquid will start to like liquid start to leak out through the proportions. So it is called weeping. When the vapor pressure is lower than 2, and that is incapable to hold the liquid on the tray.
Okay. So if suppose if you increase the reflux ratio, so weeping, what will happen on the weeping?
If you will increase the reflux ratio,
Yes.
then the liquid load increases. And if we just increasing reflux ratio, not increasing the boil-up ratio, then there is chance of weeping. But if you are in making them steady state that we are having high reflux ratio and high boil-up ratio, means our column is in steady state, then there is no problem with high reflux ratio.
Okay. Okay. Tell me, what is dumping?
Dumping.
Yes.
Sir, the excessive weeping is called dumping, sir.
Okay.
In dumping, the like the upper part of the distillation column, like enriching section of the distillation column will be there is no vapor will reach to that like upper part, or there is no distillation on the enriching section, so it will start to violate the like decrease the quality of the product we get.
Okay. Okay. Good. Okay. My last question to you: how can you separate the close boiling point, close boiling mixtures?
Sir, we close boiling mixture we can separate by extractive distillation, sir, or by
Okay.
extraction. There are two methods. One is extractive distillation, and another is the extraction.
One is extractive distillation and another is extraction.
Yes, sir.
What is extractive distillation?
Sir, in extractive distillation, we add a third component, which makes the volatility difference between the two earlier component, and it the third component we add is like higher boiling point than both of them, so it will make them two separates. It will help to separate them. That we call solvent.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And what is extraction?
Extraction. In extraction, we add a third component. In extraction, we don't require any type of like heat duty. So we add third component, and that third component more soluble in that solute, and less or insoluble with that the carrier liquid or the solvent with the carrier liquid. So it makes the two phase mixture, and after that it is lighter than the carrier liquid, and it makes the two phase. One is the extractive phase and another is the raffinate phase, and we extract the solute from the in extract phase. But this is the mixer settler arrangement, so in which we don't require any heat, but in extractive distillation we need heat duty.
Okay. What is a mixer settler arrangement?
So in like first there is two stream. One stream is carrying the having the carrier liquid and the solute, and another is the solvent. We have added the third one, and we will mix them in very well, and we allow them to like settle by gravitation settling. So the light, the extractor is the lighter one, and that is on make a upper phase and like, and the carrier is higher than that will separate the lower side of the tank. So first we will mix in mixer settler, we mix them very well, and after that we will allow them to settle.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Nick. So now I'm giving you the feedback.
Yes, sir.
So overall, your knowledge about mass transfer is good, but one thing is lacking that you are in. I think you are in such a hurry. Okay. आप आंसर आराम से पेशेंटली दीजिए और टाइम लेके दीजिए, आप कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। आप
हाँ,
सही सही बोल रहे हैं, लेकिन कहीं कहीं लग रहा है ब्रेक हो जा रहा है, लग रहा है कि मतलब कॉन्फिडेंट नहीं लग रहा। बाकी ठीक है,
हाँ
जो जो
सर,
बोल रहे हैं आप, मतलब जितना भी अटेम्प्ट किए हैं ठीक ठाक किए हैं। ठीक
हाँ
है,
सर,
सब में आपको कुछ कुछ सब कुछ ना कुछ आपको पता रह रहा है। पर
हाँ
बस
सर,
वही हमको लग रहा है कि थोड़ा उसमें जो हड़बड़ी के चलते में आपको थोड़ा ये हो जा रहा है ना। बहुत सारा इन्फॉर्मेशन, टू मच इन्फॉर्मेशन देने के चक्कर में आप बहुत सारी चीजें नहीं बता पा रहे हैं।
हाँ सर,
पेशेंटली बोलिए और टाइम लेके बोलिए, कोई दिक्कत नहीं
हाँ ठीक
है
है
ना।
सर,
बाकी कोई दिक्कत नहीं है।
हाँ
और
सर,
बस एक दो चीज मैं बता दे रहा हूँ आपको, है ना, उसका आंसर बता दे रहा हूँ आपको। बाकी तो आपने सही सही कवर किया था।
हाँ
तो
सर,
आर का वैल्यू ज्यादा है या कम है, डिपेंड, उसका डिपेंड करता है डिजाइन ऑफ द कलम में,
यस
एंड
सर,
डिपेंड करता है आपका वो मिक्सचर कैसा है। ठीक है,
हाँ
कौन
सर,
किस मिक्सचर को हम लोग सेपरेट कर रहे हैं और वो कॉलम का डिजाइन कैसा हुआ उसके ऊपर डिपेंड करता है। क्योंकि
हाँ
आर
सर,
का वैल्यू 4 है, दो 4 ज्यादा है या एक कम है, हम लोग नहीं बोल पाएंगे डिपेंड ऑन द दैट डिजाइन ऑफ द कॉलम और दैट मिक्सचर दैट इज बीइंग सेपरेटेड।
यस सर,
ओके। सो जैसे कि आपका जिसका जैसा एक पकड़ लीजिए, कोई भी एक मिक्सचर है जिसको हम लोग सेपरेट करने, इट इज द कंपोनेंट्स आर डिफिकल्ट टू सेपरेट, सो दैट रिक्वायर्स ए हाई वैल्यू ऑफ आर, इजंट इट। सो
यस सर,
अगर ऐसा हमको कंपोनेंट कंपोनेंट मिल गया जो कि बहुत इजीली सेपरेट नहीं हो पाएगा, तो उसमें आर वैल्यू रिक्वायर्ड होता है। इसलिए डिपेंड करता है मिक्सचर के ऊपर में भी।
हाँ
ठीक है।
सर,
तो आर का वैल्यू अगर, इफ आर वैल्यू इज टू हाई, सो व्हाट विल हैपन, टू मच लिक्विड विल फ्लो डाउन।
यस सर,
ठीक है।
यस सर,
और जो कलम का जो टॉप होगा, जो आपका डिस्टिलेशन कलम का टॉप होगा, विल बी कूल्ड टू मच,
यस सर,
है ना। ज्यादा ठंडा हो जाएगा क्योंकि ज्यादा लिक्विड आ रहा है ऊपर से।
हाँ
तो
सर,
इससे क्या होगा, आपका जो भी आपका वेपर नीचे से जा रहा है वो आपका कंडेंस होकर फिर नीचे गिर जाएगा वो,
हाँ सर,
क्योंकि वो कूल हो गया, उसको वो हीट ट्रांसफर नहीं मिल पा रहा है, वो कि मास ट्रांसफर से फिर ऊपर चले जाए वो,
हाँ
है
सर,
ना। तो ओवर कंडेंसेशन हो जाएगा। ओवर कंडेंसेशन से क्या होगा, आपका वहां पर फ्लडिंग हो सकता है।
हाँ सर,
ठीक है। तो ये आपका आर के वैल्यू में ही हो रहा है। और आप आर का वैल्यू इंक्रीज करेंगे तो क्या होता है, रिवॉल्यूटिविटी इंक्रीज होता है कि नहीं।
हाँ सर होता है,
होता है, रिवॉल्यूटिविटी इंक्रीज होगा तो क्या होगा, नीचे से वेपर फ्लो इंक्रीज होगा।
यस
ठीक।
सर,
डेल्टा प्रेशर इंक्रीज होगा।
यस सर,
वेपर फ्लो आपका अगर इंक्रीज हो रहा है तो क्या होगा, वेपर फ्लो अगर ज्यादा फ्लो उसका बहुत वेलोसिटी फास्ट हो गया नीचे से, तो वीपिंग करने देगा वो,
नहीं नहीं सर, वीपिंग नहीं
नहीं
करने देगा,
करेगा। तो
इंटरनेट हो
वीपिंग,
सकता
हाँ, तो वैल्यू अगर इंक्रीज, आर का वैल्यू इंक्रीज करेंगे तो वीपिंग डिक्रीज होगा।
है, यस सर।
ठीक है। ठीक है, ओके, चलो, थैंक यू।